The fact that the parents are like pushing this so that it's so weird. It's like the more you wear scandalous outfits, the more trips we can go to Chuck E. Cheese.
I like the way you rock it. Very nice curves. I think you look very good.
Is this not all very, very weird and incentivized to like sexualize your children?
Meet the Norris Nuts, a phenomenally popular YouTube family channel that has managed to turn their children's tears into monetizable content. Brook and Justin, the parents, have found themselves under scrutiny recently for their willingness to publish potentially intrusive and embarrassing moments involving their kids.
You can do that. I'm sorry, Lizzie.
It all started when Saber caught the world's attention for her sporting talents, even scoring an invite to The Ellen Show.
Oh my God!
Hi!
My mom said that I had 0 chance of getting on The Ellen Show! And I'm on The Ellen Show!
So, what do you do when you're in the limelight? You start a channel naturally. Their content ranges from daily vlogs showcasing their adventures to outrageous challenges, like competitive cupcake eating and bathroom endurance tests.
We're doing Last Leave the Amusement Park Ride with $1,000!
At first glance, it seems like harmless family fun, right? Well, not everything is as innocent as it appears. The Norris Nuts have faced criticism for being a tad too invasive, especially when it comes to their children. They've been known to film their kids in moments of tears and distress, slapping those emotional snapshots right on the video thumbnail to grab attention.
I feel so bad. I let the legends down, I let everyone down. Yeah,
The legends don't care.
They had our song on, it's like, oh, Saber's gonna do well.
And while maybe the parents are just showcasing that YouTube isn't all that glitz and glamour, but to really show every tantrum raises more than a few eyebrows. It's not just disingenuous, but downright strange to exploit your child's meltdowns for clicks. And at what cost? Kids, regardless of their age or fame, should not be subjected to such behavior for the benefit of their parents. Vulnerable moments should not be turned into commodities. But when the family's most viral clips are almost exclusively crying children, one can't help but wonder, as a parent, should your first instinct be to grab a camera while your child cries and film their tantrum? Take, for instance, that time Saber lost a skateboarding competition. Her world crumbled, and her mother, Brooke, kept the camera rolling, capturing every tear, and then posting it online for millions to see. It's like an emotional roller coaster for a young child, and it's all laid out for the world to watch. Another one of their high-hitting vlogs, Our First Funeral, saying goodbye together as a family, is just short of 1 million views.
It's gonna be a first for me.
It's gonna be a first for me too.
It's gonna be a first for all of us. Well, today, we're gonna be attending our first ever funeral.
It's a bizarre video showing Naz and her sisters crying about her dead pet fish.
When I got you from the pet shop, it was the happiest day of my life. Stop. As soon as I saw you, we became best friends.
It is safe to say that Brook and Justin's parenting style has had some major criticism. All 6 kids practically live in front of the camera, creating content almost around the clock. They're homeschooled, which means no real social life outside their domestic bubble. Reddit is filled with enraged fans who think these kids deserve a better upbringing. I genuinely don't think those kids are ready for the real world. They give off weird vibes and always seem to be putting on a show, said one fuming hater. To be fair, it's an unconventional upbringing, to say the least. They're constantly competing for cash prizes and participating in challenges staged by their parents.
Sorry.
I'm actually really sorry.
Mobile phones and social media? Not allowed for most of them, except Saber, who only recently got her own phone at 17. So their social development might be a tad skewed. If that isn't too suffocating, some people have raised questions over the kids being made to follow a fitness regime. I think how they make the kids work out is insane. I feel like no one actually notices it either. Let's pivot to a rising concern the public is worried about. Saber, now 18 years old. However, at the time of this particular incident, Saber was just nearing legal age, and the monetizing content was edging towards inappropriate. Allegations of sexualizing their children, particularly Saber, have surfaced. Videos like "Parents react to my scandalous Halloween outfits" raise questions about the wisdom of using a minor's appearance for clicks.
And also a dress. It has to be like A-line. This is from Princess Polly. I think it's called the Scarlet dress, but I'm really excited to try it on.
It's a topic that stirs controversy, and rightly so. A Reddit user explained in all its gory details what that video entailed. Sabre is only 17, and they are already making videos of her wearing scandalous dresses. Her chest is almost fully out. I don't personally see anything wrong with a person wearing dresses like that, but when it's on a 17-year-old on a family-friendly YouTube channel, it's a bit weird.
Is this not all very, very weird and incentivized to like sexualize your children? These videos are getting millions and millions of views.
It's insane what people would do for money, which reminds me, the Norris Nuts managed to garner around $28 million a year. The influencer career of the Norris Nuts has become their sole source of income. But here's the catch. Biggie and Nas, two of their children, are too young to legally work even a part-time job. So the income primarily comes from the children's involvement in the videos. But where does it all go? Their massive house and lavish vacations might offer some clues, but as for the kids' futures, that's anyone's guess. Are they even paid for their work? Nobody's talking. Despite all this, the Norris Nuts seem to have slipped through the cracks. Their target audience, primarily children and young teenagers, might not grasp the ethical dilemmas at play. But as we've learned, not everything's sunshine and rainbows in the world of influencers. What's insane is that their children are not the only ones getting exploited. The Norris Nuts history of pet ownership is just as scandalous. It's a tale of adoption, brief utilization for views, and then neglect or abandonment. Bubba, a puppy, was their first foray into pet ownership. This puppy came from a puppy farm, despite Justin's aversion to dogs and Biggie's fear of them. The Norris Nuts' lack of research was glaring, and they rationalized the purchase by claiming that shelter dogs have skin disorders. Bubba later tragically passed away, and the circumstances surrounding her death were vague at best.
Yeah, like it was really super traumatic for everyone. Like all the kids.
Everyone was there, like we saw the whole thing.
Basically, the kids just saw the puppy die.
In a video, they mentioned that Justin accidentally stepped on Bubba, which led to her death. However, they deleted this post.
We could have not said it was Justin. We could have said, oh, it was such and such. And I thought to Justin, you shouldn't say it was you. But Justin was like, well, I'm just going to be honest.
What's concerning is how the family focused on how bad it made them look rather than addressing the tragedy itself. They even continued to feature Bubba in videos after her death, all to keep the views coming. But that's not the end of the pet saga. There were many other animals involved. We can all deduce by now that the Norris Nuts have ignited a heated debate in the social media sphere. Is it a case of sharing your children online, or are they being exploited for the lure of money and fame? We may never know the whole truth, but one thing's for sure, YouTube views shouldn't come at the expense of a child's well-being or the welfare of pets. The parents behind the Norris Nuts should be called out for cashing in their kids.